Hello from the Garden Shop How to Garden video. In this video we want to show you how to transplant your climbing French beans. So we have our plants here. They've been growing in our polytunnel now. They're about 6 to 7 weeks old and now we believe it's time to transplant them on. Now you'll know that it's time to transplant them on if you see the roots coming up through the base of the plants, which you can show you here, and again with this other plants you can see the roots coming out through the base. But ideally the right time to transplant your beans is once the weather outside is suitably warm. Now the beans themselves are quite tender, so you don't want to sow out before the last frost has passed. So ideally the beginning of May to the middle of May is the ideal time to start transplanting your plants outdoors. Before planting them out, it's important that you harden them off, and we've done that by leaving our plants out here during the day for the last week and bring them in at night time. Now we're ready to plant. So what you want to do then is make sure you have your soil well prepared, and this has been dug over with well-rotted farmyard manure added. And now we have a string line down here which is going to mark out our row. I've already planted our first bean here, and now my second bean I'm going to plant roughly 30 centimeters to the side. So I'm just going to dig over the soil here. Again, make sure you have no roots, no weeds and no stones in the soil, as these inhibit plant growth. Now simply just remove the plant by turning it upside down and giving it a light squeeze. So you can see that there's quite a root network around the plants, and in certain cases it's no harm just to give these a little scratch like that just to loosen them up. Now I'll just place this into the soil here. Just take care not to squeeze the stem of the plant. Hold the plant by the root ball ideally, and then give it a good press in, making sure that you can just see the surface of the compost at soil level. So that's it really. We'll continue this process now by planting an additional bean here, 30 centimeters over. We'll move over 25 centimeters and we'll begin sowing our next row of beans. Once the beans are in, then give them a good watering in. And that's it really. We can begin harvesting these then towards the beginning of July. So that's how to transplant your beans from thegardenshop.ie.